Hello, I'm Sean Casey. I am a health and wellness coach and have worked in corporate setting as a leader and director for many years now. And I'm here with my business partner for a company that we are co-founding called Noria. This is Allie Stark.
Hi, I'm Allie Stark, and Sean and I went to grad school together, which is where we originally met. We both have a master's degree in integrative health and have both worked as coaches in the health and wellness space for collectively over 20 years at this period of time.
Yes. And so we are doing a testimonial for a course that we just created because we loved it so much and it was so dear to us and so supportive to us as we are embarking on our latest journey of being co-founders and co-creators and partners. The course is Accelerate Your Full Potential, Advanced Coaching, and Facilitative Leadership Competencies for the New Era, a master course. And the reason why I originally participated in this course was because I'm a board certified health and wellness coach, and I needed to get some continuing education credits to upkeep my certification. But to be honest, I wasn't expecting to find something that really spoke to my soul. And when I saw this course around competencies for the new era, I was like, I need to find out more. And I just think this was so perfect for what Ali and I are creating. We're creating a leadership course for leaders who are looking to become more awakened and modern leaders to keep up with the massive shift that is happening with work and how we live, and just the future of work, which has changed rapidly over the past couple of years. And so this course was grounded in all the principles for how to move forward as a leader in this new era. And that's why I decided to participate in this course, and it ended up being the perfect fit. So I'm interested, Ali, what made it a good fit for you? What did you get out of it?
There's a few things that come to mind. I think first is the course provides an enormous, both through the education and the handbook that they provide you with, there's this enormous amount of materials that feel really tangible, really applicable, and really grounded in research and real world application. And I think so often in this type of material, there's a sense of amorphousness that takes place. And I felt like the course really did an excellent job of grounding me in reality and giving me very specific implications and ways to put this into my day-to-day experience as a leader, as a coach, etc. Simultaneously, Michelle and Nina are masterful at being a bridge between the strategic side of coaching and that soulful spiritual side. And so I think what I was so taken by in this course is the profound spiritual and personal development that wound up taking place. And the way that, I was just thinking about, because I'm on the computer so often, I oftentimes would dread the live calls prior to having them. It was 2 hours on a Zoom call and then get on it and they would just whiz by, and I would just feel moved each time. I mean, I feel like I cried through the majority of our live sessions. And, I think that is because of the container that the two of them create together and the way that we were co-creating this experience in the course, which made the learning feel super exciting and super embodied. And that partnered with the actual online course just felt like a really experiential and provocative and thoughtful way to learn.
Yeah, I completely agree. Actually found the live classes really energizing.
Yeah, same.
Michelle and Nina, you put it perfectly. They're so masterful in how they facilitate these classes and, really actually filling you back up during these courses while helping you to integrate the material that you learned during the online course. And so they call it spiral education, which was something that was new for me. So that was a new concept. And I loved that because the idea of spiral education is that you kind of keep coming back to these concepts. So it's not like you have one lesson and then you move on from it. They all connect and you keep coming back. And so they naturally integrate. And so I feel like this is a learning style I did not know about before, but works really, really well for me. And to your point too, Allie, Nina and Michelle being bridges. And I think for me, and I think I can speak for both of us, but it was just so nice to have two women who have done this. You know, they've been in leadership positions, they have experienced working in corporate settings. They've experienced really truly being that bridge and doing this work in a during times when I think it was really maybe not accepted, and it's becoming more accepted. So they are true
Pioneers.
warriors on this
Yeah,
path.
pioneers.
Pioneers, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. And I think it was just so validating to have their support and for them to share their own experiences and their expertise around the business strategy of it all, too. So it's not all just, spiritual, emotional. There's a lot of business strategy here and how to make this practical in the real world. So I got a lot out of that. And then I don't know, were there any qualities about Michelle and Nina for you that felt especially helpful, useful, impactful?
I think that oftentimes the work that I've done in the world and that we're doing in the world can feel very lonely. I think when you're holding that bridge space between two worlds, between what currently exists and the potential of the future, there can feel like there's a lot of isolation or lack of modeling or loneliness that show up. And, I think that something that I've discovered and am just in general discovering, and I think that this course really supported the maybe like holding me in a way where I just felt really seen and heard and understood, which is like how much community matters in this context. How many people are out there doing this sort of work, how important this work is, and that there's just such greater power in the collective than feeling like you have to hold the weight of all of this on your own. And Michelle and Nina model this through their own vulnerability, their own lived experiences, sharing in deeply profound ways, listening with thoughtfulness. They're very masterful coaches and women of the world. And yeah, I mean, most of the time I just felt really lucky that they were like doing this learning with us. I just felt like what a privilege and an honor that they were so willing to show up with such fullness for us time and time again throughout the course of the 6 months.
I agree. I felt so lucky that we were in their presence and they were giving us their full attention and time and really investing in our growth, which felt so nice to have that intensive support from these two amazing women. And I would absolutely recommend this course to anyone. I think it really provides a container and practical steps and research and a framework for what we are going through right now in terms of if you're sensing like, wow, there's been this big shift that's occurring in the world and at work and in business and in leadership. And I need to step up my leadership in a way that I'm not totally sure how to or what that means. And this course will help clarify that. So if that's you, that was us. I would totally recommend this course. It's going to help you shift into this new era of living and leading. And you'll get to have the support and reflection and coaching from Michelle and Nina along the way, which I think is valuable in and of itself right there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nina and Michelle. It's been really just such an honor to get to take this course with you, and we are excited for any future participants that you have.
Thank you all.